Reese here, aka Noob Soda, coming at you with another trading recap. Down 2R on the day, made some trading errors and really made some context errors, so just going to go through that here. Identified a good short setup in the morning, but just got too tunnel visioned on my areas I wanted to see the long, which were right around 42.05 here and 42.10. So just going through the price action, what I was seeing in real time. We have the hourly 1, 2, 3 setting up right at a key PCL. Alright, so we have an hourly PCL here, which was setting up the 1, 2, 3 reversal. Just to go back to where this PCL comes from, we have quite the breakdown from this level. So some trend definitions here. We got one at 42.22, 75, and then one exactly here at 42.44, 29. So great short setup. Just was too focused on the long and not being flexible enough. Had I realized that, taking into consideration the price over time and then seeing these candles on the hourly, this would be a no-brainer to throw some risk on and take a stab at the short. Because if you look in from our close here at 41.25 up to the highs 42.60, that's well over 100 plus points in 27 hours. So kind of makes sense that, you know, once this move tops out, people are going to just sell out of it, right? So that would have been a great trade, missed that, but ultimately came back around 3 o'clock and saw the long setting up. But this is where my thinking was quite flawed. So just looking at my orders and my entries here. First entry was around 250.49, so entered in the first minute, but realistically I think this whole trade plan is invalid once you take into consideration the move we just made, and then so price over time and then price over time again here, where we're just kind of, 11 o'clock we set the new high, and then since 12 o'clock we've been unwinding all day. So it doesn't really make sense to take this gap fill at 3 p.m. but in the morning, sure, first hour or two of the market, that could be a great trade should we get a quick flush into it. But this move into this area here is pretty much everything but a quick flush. So obviously a lot of PCHs due to it being where we closed and gap from, so you're going to get a PCH pretty much on every single time frame, right? But that's not enough reason to take this type of trade, unfortunately, because once you take into the context of the day, it really takes away from this being a good trade. We get a nice slow grind kind of into this move, just riding the 5-minute EMA 9, and then get some smaller candles, and then sort of when that happens and you get a consolidation lower, it's fixing to break, right? So I believe I got in right on the dump candle, and it just dumped on me immediately. Let's see if I could pull up my data here for the 420s. A trading error, but just to go to the first contract here, you could see this never worked in my favor for my entry. Maybe got back to my average at best, but just never even worked in my favor, and I had a feeling, once I'm in those trades that immediately go against me, they're not going to work. But just left the trade on because, what do I know? So let it try to play out. But where I made an even bigger mistake was, looking at this hourly and being like, oh, if I wanted it here, it's even better down here, right? Oh yeah. No, I mean, that's completely invalid thinking. If this gap was going to hold and show some buying off that, it needed to do so immediately. When you're trying to time the lows of the market, if the market is giving you a second chance, there's a good chance that's not the low. You don't want a second chance on the low. You want to be in, and then you want everyone else chasing confirmation, right? So my next contract I took into that level and made a trading error because I thought it was the end of the first minute. Lo and behold, it was the end of the second minute. I mean, it just goes to show you kind of where my head was at in this trade. And I'm just thinking, oh, it's even better down here. If this, at least this one could work. But the market's giving you a second chance. It's more than likely not gonna just push lower on you. You don't want a second chance when you're trying to buy lows or sell highs, right? So, or short highs even. So yeah, trading error to try to even throw on a combo after a trade's not working and I wasn't stopped out, because if you look at this one, I got 312 here and I was in at 307. So 5 minutes later I get stopped out on my first contract, and then just sitting in this trade for 40 minutes. It obviously never really got anywhere because it didn't have that much time to work out. 2, we did a massive move over a short period of time, set of highs, 1, 2, 3 reversal on the hourly. I mean, all the signs for unwinding and finding some sort of market balance is right in front of my face. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of being more flexible, seeing a short setup, taking into consideration, price over time here, and where does it make sense, to short up here off this 1, 2, 3. If there's anywhere to risk, it's here now, because we got the close of this hourly here, shows that bulls couldn't set up an hourly PCH, and so strength is fixing to come in a bit, and yeah, it's just right there in the price action, right? Shorting up here makes good sense in terms of your risk to reward after this type of move. I'm sure it could just go sideways and then go higher, but chances are you're in with that short. If it's not working right away, it's not going to work. You don't want to see it consolidate higher. Obviously there's a good chance it's going to make another leg, right? So just things to consider. If I like a long in the morning, that's it. It's I'm looking for quick flushes into those key levels off the open. I don't want the same trade 4 hours later after everything's unwinded and I'm still sitting here drooling over a long. It's just some mistakes on my end, because I was just fixing for the long all day. Saw the short setup in real time, but just didn't trust it. So let it play out without ever getting a piece of it, and kind of paid the price later on with just getting a little FOMO, a little trigger happy, thinking, oh, I'm gonna miss this trade. I need to get it right here. And the reality is they've been unwinding all day. So you can see in the smaller time frames they were trying to defend this 4205 level, but yeah, no follow through for valid reason. This seems to be where the market is trying to balance. So all things to consider moving forward, make some adjustments. The keys, just to reiterate again, flexibility, keeping flexible in which side I'm going to be on, and price over time. How fast did the price move over time? Take into consideration, where might the market be heading next in terms of, is it imbalanced? Are we still in a vertical move? Because you can see it right here. Chances are we're not in a vertical move anymore after this type of candle. 1, 2, 3, set a low of day and close in low of days territory. Small bounce off the 22, but again, it's all in front of my face. So just have to not stick to one side, stay flexible, and really take into this consideration price over time concept. Thank you, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.